But the crazy thing is, if he had just held on to those 10,000 Bitcoins instead of blowing them all on pizza, today he would have... Hey Credit Warriors, welcome to the show, and this weekend marked 11 years of the Bitcoin pizza story. If you don't know what that is, stick around. So on May 18th, 2010, Bitcoin programmer Laszlo Hanyecz posted on the bitcoin.org forum, "I'll pay 10,000 Bitcoins for a couple of pizzas, like maybe 2 large ones so I have some left over for the next day. I like having leftover pizza to nibble on later. You can make the pizza yourself and bring it to my house or order it for me from a delivery place. But what I'm aiming for is getting food delivered in exchange for Bitcoins." Now at that time, 10,000 Bitcoins was worth just $41, but he did find someone to take him up on the offer. Bitcoin user Jeremy Sturdivant posted on the forum that he would indeed buy these 2 pizzas, and 4 days later, 2 Papa John's pizzas showed up at Laszlo's house. It took 4 days. I mean, slow delivery guy or what, huh? Here are the actual photos of the pizza that Laszlo posted online. What's he got? Olives, bacon, pepperoni. He's got good taste in pizza. It is widely believed that this is the first ever instance of Bitcoin being used to pay for something in the real world. But the crazy thing is, if he had just held on to those 10,000 Bitcoins instead of blowing them all on pizza, today he would have $375 million. And if he had sold at the recent peak back in April, he would have $650 million. He would be able to afford the biggest, most expensive house ever built. Laszlo went on to shell out over 100,000 Bitcoins for pizza that year. Look, here's another photo of him and his sons getting ready to tuck into a couple of pies. And strangely, he doesn't regret not holding on to the Bitcoin. Here's what he said in an interview back in 2018. "You know, I don't regret it. I think that it's great that I got to be part of the early history of Bitcoin in that way, and people know about the pizza, and it's an interesting story because everybody can kind of relate to that, and they'll be like, oh my God, you spent all that money." Okay, you know what? I think that if he really spent all his Bitcoins, he'd be crying himself to sleep at night. Come on, the guy's gotta have a few Bitcoins hiding somewhere on a CD or a USB drive, or just like a couple of hundred or a couple of thousand. I'm sure he's still got a few. But what about the guy who sold the pizzas to him to get the 10,000 Bitcoins? What happened to him? Is he a multi-millionaire now? Well, we're gonna tell you the rest of the story in just a moment. But first of all, if you are interested in making money, which you probably are because you're watching this channel, you may know the YouTube channel Financial Education, hosted by stock market legend Jeremy. Well, Jeremy's team have put together a special training for you guys, for the viewers of this channel, on how to pick the next big growth stock. It's on the evening of May 31st. So if you are interested in that, guys, click the link below to sign up. It's a totally free training, and it's put together especially for you guys, so do check it out. All right, so those 10,000 Bitcoins. Well, Jeremy Sturdivant, another Jeremy, the guy who sold the 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins, he said in an interview with BitcoinWho'sWho.com, quote, "Those 10,000 Bitcoins made it back into the economy fairly quickly, around the time they were worth some $400. And no, he doesn't mean 1 Bitcoin was worth $400. He means the whole bag was worth $400. And he was very happy with his 10x return on his trade. Little did he know what was going to happen in the future. But in the interview, he humbly says, Bitcoin as a currency is meant to be spent. Very philosophical, but to be honest, he's got to be holding some. I just do not believe that these people did not hold on to any of their Bitcoin. I mean, these were the early adopters. They had the foresight to adopt Bitcoin in the early days. They had to have some, at least, put aside, you know, in a USB drive, in the sock drawer, under the bed, somewhere. There's got to be more than they're letting on. Anyway, guys, it's a cool story and one of the key moments in the development of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. On an interesting note though, Jeremy, the guy who sold in the pizzas, swears that it was Domino's, but Laszlo posted a picture of Papa John's. So I'm not actually sure whether what we're seeing is the original picture. Laszlo says it is, but he did spend a load of other Bitcoins on pizzas that year. So I don't know, make up your own opinion, but at a minimum, the pizzas in the photo really were bought with Bitcoin. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. If you're interested in that stock market trading, which I encourage you to check it out. It's a great opportunity. It's put on especially for our viewers. Do check that out below. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.